only do books allow for the exploration of alternate worlds, lives, and experiences, but reading regularly can also change the structure of the brain. But we'll get to that in just a minute. Reading regularly, it helps with visual recall. So if you are trying to recall the face of your long-lost cousin and describe it to a friend, you'd be able to think of what their eyes and their nose and their mouth looked like much easier if you're reading regularly than had you not been reading at all. In a similar way, if you're trying to do something, you're reading instructions on how to put together an IKEA table, for instance. While you're reading the instructions, you'll be able to visualize the steps much easier and then recall those images while you're building the table than had you not been reading. You can also create memories of things that never happened. This is something that people have a tendency to do anyway, which is why eyewitnesses can be a little bit unreliable, but your brain cannot distinguish between an actual event that happened and a memory of an event. So if you have read a story where you are completely invested in that experience, there's a chance that your brain will store that as a memory as opposed to a story that you read, which I think is pretty interesting. You can also increase your attention span. So it might be a challenge at first, but if you get into the habit of reading regularly, then you'll be able to read or do other tasks that require concentration much easier for an extended period of time. Now, let's get back to that whole reading changes the structure of your brain thing. In a study from Carnegie Mellon, volunteers had to read for a set period of time for 6 months. By the end of the study, the scientists discovered that the white matter in the language portion of your brain had increased. So this means that the signals in that part of the brain can move more quickly, they can carry more complex information, and signals can be transmitted much more easily in those who had been reading to those who had not been reading. So if that doesn't inspire you to go pick up a book, I don't know what will. This is Dawn, and you're watching Flux Air